Hi, I'm Stef and welcome to Body Club. I'm going to be doing a low impact HIIT workout for you today. We're going to be hitting 4 different areas, so we're going to be focusing on glutes, then lower body, upper body, and then core and compound exercises. So exercises using multiple muscle groups. You don't need any equipment today, you just need your mat and yourselves. Low impact means that it is definitely nicer on the joints, so no jumping, perfect if you are on a flat as well, unless you don't like your neighbours, and of course then you can add that jump if you want to. So we're going to start with a very brief warm-up. You can obviously do a little bit more of a warm-up if you wish, then we're going to get straight into it. So let's start just with a little bit of mobilisation. So start with your feet sort of hip distance apart, roll your shoulders back and down. Let's start with the neck. So drop your chin to your chest and then roll from shoulder to shoulder. So we're going to alternate just a couple of times. If you've just got up, this is great just to wake up the body. Or if you've been sat at a desk, releasing any tension in the neck. And then we're going to move it into a shoulder roll. So big circles back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it forward. 4, 3, 2. Big arm circles this time for 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it out for the chest and then onto an angle. So we're just waking up the shoulders, waking up the chest, and also squeezing the scapula, so your shoulder blades together at the back as well. Just giving us a nice little warm up here of the upper body, ready for that upper body round. Couple more times. And then we're going to take the legs a little bit wider for hip distance. Take those circles. So 4 circles one way, and then we'll change direction. So in today's workout, we're going to be, like I said, doing 4 different sections. Bend from the knees, glutes, lower body, upper, and core. 3 exercises in each section, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, and we're going to try and get through 3 rounds today. Okay, last one, taking through the ankle. You can do the wrist at the same time. I find that really, it's like patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. It's quite hard. Change to the other side. That's it. Perfect. Just have a little few body weight squats just to get a bit more blood pumping around the body. Couple more. And then step to the top of your mat, and we'll just do 5 roll down walkouts again, just to get that blood pumping. So drop your chin to your chest, peel down through the spine, walk yourself out to a plank position. Really important, our plank, we're pushing away from the floor and drawing our abdominals in, engaging our core. Push the hips back and walk your hands back towards your feet. Take a bend in your knees if you need to, and roll up through your spine. 4 more times, take it down. Walk it out. Take it back. Roll it up. 3 more. Hold it. Roll it back up. 2 more, last 2. Hold that plank. And final one. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer now. And our first round is going to be glutes. So come down onto your mat, starting with a glute bridge, because I really want you to fire up those glutes so that we get them activated. So onto your back. Oh, what's happened here? Onto your back. Semi-supine, rolling up through the spine, squeezing your glutes, 40 seconds. Let's go. Take it up and down, all the way. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze, really firing up those glutes. Nice extension just to our warm up. Trying to keep the rib cage down, core engaged, firing up through the glute. We're going to add a little abduction, so knees come out, hips don't drop, and then we lower back down. Coming up and out and lower. 5 more seconds. And rest. We're going to come into a single leg. I'm going to turn that volume up so you can hear it. You've got 15 seconds rest left here. We're going to take our right leg to the sky. Option to keep it straight or out in front of you, a bend, whatever feels good for you. But we're firing up that single glute now. Get ready to go. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. There's that timer. Squeeze that glute. So pushing the heel, if you can, towards the sky. Firing up that single glute. We tend to find that we have a lazy glute. This is when you'll discover which one it is, or maybe you don't. I know I do, so always nice to start my workouts activating those glutes, and that way as well we're not going to hurt our lower back. We're going to make sure they're working when it comes to those lower body exercises. Keep it going all the way to that bell, 40 seconds. Squeeze and lift, and rest. Change legs. Get ready to go. On to the other side. Try and push your hips up evenly, which can be challenging when one leg's in the sky. Are we ready? 3, 2, let's go. Squeeze and lift, lift and lower. So we're going to be going straight through after these 3 glute rounds, 3 glute exercises. We're going to go straight into upper body. Upper body? No, we're not. We're going to go straight into lower body. I do know what I'm doing, I promise. You've got 20 seconds. Squeeze that glute and lift. Draw the ribcage down, draw the belly in, and squeeze through that glute. Almost there. And come straight up to standing. We're going to go straight into our 3 lower body exercises, starting with a narrow into wide squat. 10 seconds rest, and I'm going to demonstrate for you. Your feet are close together. Sit back into a chair, step it wide, and then step it together. Of course, off you go, timer's on. Down, and then wide. Narrow, wide. If you want to make this more challenging, you can of course add that plyometric element so you can jump. But as I said at the start, this is low impact, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to feel bad if you don't want to do that either, okay? Stay with me. You've got 18 seconds left. Feel that quad burn in your narrow. So from the side, we're drawing our belly in, squeezing our glutes. We're not hyperextending our lower back. Stay with me. You've got 3 seconds. Then we're moving on. And relax. Shake those legs out. We're going to go squat into good morning. So a squat into a hinge motion. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this exercise. Normal squat, air squat. Squeeze those glutes. Hinge. Hinge motion like a deadlift. Straight leg deadlift. Use your hamstrings and glutes to lift. Let's go. Squat. Good morning. Good morning. That's it. Take it down. And hinge. Belly draws in. Back stays straight. Squeeze those glutes and hamstrings. That is what's burning here. Of course, if you've got equipment, once you've mastered this position, you can load up over your shoulders, making it much more challenging. I love these 2 exercises. Stay with me and rest. Moving into our 3rd and final lower body curtsy squats. So we're going to take it to the side. We're going to step behind as if you're curtsying. Then we're going to alternate. 5 seconds. So with this one, make sure knee is over ankle, pointing in the same direction as toe. Take it down. Let's go. Back to the center. Down. Slightly lean forward of the chest so that we've got that glute firing up at the same time. Down. And again, of course, if you've got weights at home, you can use those weights. That's fine. Make sure that knee is pointing same direction as toe. We all know how to curtsy, right? Take it down. 15 seconds. Ooh. Oh, you should know my balance is terrible. I always fall over. Almost there. Slight lean forward. Fire up that glute. I can feel it. And rest. Come in 3 upper body exercises. We're firing through these. Come down to the ground. We've got tricep lowers into a back extension. Option to come onto your knees or stay on your toes. I'll show you now. Come forward. Bend your elbows. Time under tension. Hold it. Hold it. Release. Extend. And squeeze. Get that back working. Extend. Push all the way back up. Option on your knees. Hold it. Release. Exactly the same thing. Extend. Knees or toes. Doesn't matter which. All we're doing, working upper body, triceps, back and core. Finish it off. I know the time is gone, but finish it off before we move into our next exercise. Standing up. Walk outs like we did in our warm-up into a shoulder tap. Option to come to your knees if you wish. Are we ready? Let's go. Big breath in. Heel down through the spine. Shoulder tap it out. Try and keep your body as still as possible. 30 seconds. Roll it down. Tap it out. I promise you'll get a longer rest once we've gone through everything once. Take it down. Tap it out. Almost there. Over halfway. Maybe you want to pick up the speed. 10 seconds. Push away from the floor. 5 seconds. Finish it off. And relax. Not for too long. 20 seconds. We're going to go A-frame into chest push-up. A-frame, like an A-frame, funnily enough, or a downward facing dog, or a pike, whatever you want to call it. Take your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. Forehead comes to the ground. Then chest push-up. Option to come onto your knees or stay on your toes for that chest push-up. It doesn't matter what you do. Listen to your body and do what feels good for you. Important that we're challenging ourselves, but also listening to what we need. Unless it's right now lying down. Don't do that yet. You've got 3 seconds. Stay with me. Amazing. That is 3 glutes, 3 lower body, 3 upper body. Let's go into core. Crouching dog into a nice compound core exercise. So we're going to come up. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to shoot forward. We're going to shoulder tap. We're going to knee tap. Follow me. Take it back up. Crouch. Look forward into your plank. Shoulder tap. Really work that core. Knee tap. You've got it. Crouch. Push forward. Maybe you're on your knees for these shoulder taps, or maybe you're just going crouch to plank, and that's absolutely fine as well. Okay, so do what feels good. Crouch to plank. Little compound movement using multiple muscle groups. Side plank to plank to side plank. So I'm going to turn my back on you in a moment, but follow along. Side plank on your forearm. We're going to go knee to elbow, then we're going to alternate to the other side. Let's go. Knee, come down in the middle. Challenge yourself. Knee, you've got it. Plank in the middle. There's always options, remember, so you can come down onto your knee when you're in this side plank position, if you find that a little bit easier. You're over halfway though, so stay with me. We're almost there. You've got it. 8 seconds. Finish it off. Stay in that plank. Last one. And then we're going to do our last core exercise. Sit up and punch. Go as fast as you like with this one. Try not to throw yourself up. I'm going to give you two options. Option one is just that crunch. Option two is coming all the way up. Let's go. Punch, punch it out. Slow control, drawing your belly in towards your spine as you go. Remember, we're not pushing our bellies up, we're drawing it down. So drawing the belly down, taking that punch. Remember your options. You can stay here, it's absolutely fine. You've got 10 seconds. Really twist. Maybe hover halfway, make it a little bit more challenging. Almost there, you're there. Whew. Okay, rest. Rest. Gonna give you a little bit longer to rest before we get going again. So we're gonna start back down in that glute bridge. We're gonna do one more full round and then we're gonna go straight into lower, upper and core for your third and final round. You should be feeling nice and warm now. Grab a drink if you need to have a drink. You've got 10 seconds. Glute bridge into abduction. Abduction, outside thighs squeezing open and closing together. Are we ready? Let's go, lift it up. Don't let your hips drop when you do this abduction, okay? So our tendency is when we drop our knees out to the side, our hips come down like this. That's not what we want. This is the last time we're doing these glute exercises because our glutes should be nice and fired up now anyway. If you have weights, of course, you can pop them on your hips here. Totally up to you. Stay with it all the way to that bell. Keep those hips high. And release. So you've got 20 seconds rest and we're coming into that single leg work. So extend your right leg to the sky, heel towards the sky if you can. If not, if you want that bent leg, it's absolutely fine. But try to this time. Remember, last time round, heel up. Let's go. Squeeze that glute, hold it there, and lower. Squeeze and lift. Drive that heel towards the ceiling. Squeeze and lift. We are almost there on these glute exercises. Squeeze and lift. Have you figured out yet if you've got one lazy glute? You might have done now. Now we know which one to work a little bit harder. Taking it up. All the way to that bell. And relax. Not for too long, for 20 seconds. We're coming onto that right glute, sending our left leg to the sky, drawing our ribcage down, belly's engaged, fire up that glute. Are we ready? Let's go, take it up and lower. 40 seconds, last time single glute. Then we're gonna fire through those next 9 exercises twice without that little break at the top. You can do it. This is the hard part now. Push through it. So when you start to feel fatigue, just remember, a lot of the time it's in our head, we can do this. Push. Try and focus on that squeeze of the glute. And relax. Come up to standing, narrow squat, wide squat. Straight into it. 10 seconds rest here. Option, of course, to add that jump if you want to, but remember it's low impact so you don't have to. Narrow working quads a little bit more than our normal squat. Let's go, take it down and then wide. Try not to stand up fully in between so we feel a real burn here through those quads. If you have a resistance band, of course, or weights, you can add those. to make it even more challenging. Try not to hyperextend the lower back. Get that core working. Everything that we're doing today is working the core at the same time. You've got 10 seconds. You got 5 seconds. Almost there. Then we come to my favorite. And relax. Give those legs a shake. Let's go squat. Good morning. Take those legs wider than hip distance. Focus really on your core here. I always say, think about your hip flexors being like claws pulling you back, and that's going to help you activate your core just that little bit more. Let's go squat, hip flexors, pull you back, belly's drawn in, glutes and hamstrings are squeezing to lift. You've got 30 seconds. Remember, you can load this one up if you want to. You have got 20 seconds, so you're halfway. Hopefully you're still with me. Feeling good? 10 seconds. Feel that glute squeeze. Now it draws in. Think about those hip flexors pulling you back. Glutes are lifting you. Last one, curtsies, taking it to the side. Are we ready? Remember, knee over ankle, pointing in the same direction as our toe. That way we're not going to damage our knees. We're working on a nice direction, so we're not twisting our knee. Let's go, take it down, and come back to center. Slightly lean forward of the chest, firing up that front glute. Stay with it. Of course, remember, you can load it up, either with a resistance band around the legs or with weights, or you can just stay with me. I can feel it. We've got 12 seconds left. Bellies are engaged. 5 seconds. Last one. Lovely work. Come down to the ground. Tricep lower. Hover above the ground. Really work on holding yourself there. Back extension. Squeezing the shoulder blades of scapula together as we go. Remember, knees or toes. Doesn't matter which. Are we ready? Let's go. Hold it. Release. Lift and squeeze. Draw the belly in as you do this. Remember that option. Always got options. Squeeze and then lift back up. Knees or toes. Feeling nice and warm now. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Work that back. Who said we can't work our back without equipment? Of course we can. Squeeze. Pushing up. Finish it off. Ignore that timer. Finish off this one. Perfect. Walk out, shoulder taps. Step to the top of your mat. Are we ready? 5 seconds. Roll down, walk out, bellies in that plank position, shoulder tap. Let's go. Nice and quick. Remember, you can bend your knees if you need to, especially if you have really tight hamstrings. You can bend here. That's totally fine. If you're also struggling in your plank, come down to the ground and work on keeping nice and still through those shoulder taps. You've got 10 seconds. The challenge is not rocking side to side there. It's super hard not to. Last one, finish it off all the way. Whew. Back to standing. A-frame, chest push up. Come down to the ground. A-frame works your shoulders. Obviously your wide chest push up, squeeze your chest. So just think about that as we're moving. And try and maintain, that's my A-frame. Maintain your A-frame as we go. So we're not changing the position of our hips. Forehead comes down, squeeze. Chest push up. Remember, option 2. Work to what feels good for you. You don't have to be on your toes. You are still working hard. You showed up and you're working. That's all that matters. 10 seconds. Last one. Well done. Crouching dog. Shoulder tap, knee tap, knee tap. Working core and upper body. Okay, so nice compound exercise. Get ready to go. So crouching dog. Not sure that's a term. Downward dog and then crouching. It's now called crouching dog, okay? Let's go. So crouching down. Look forward. Push forward into your plank. Tap, 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 tap. Control that movement. Crouching, take it forward, explode forward. Tap, tap. Control this movement. That's it. You've got 20 seconds. Crouch, take your gaze forward, push forward into your plank. 15 seconds left. Stay with it. Remember, you can always come to your knees for this exercise. That's fine. 3, finish it off. 2, stay with me. Finish it off. Last one. No, it's a lie, it's not the last one. Side plank. Almost, you almost got out of that one then. Side plank. Forearm plank, side plank. So we're going to alternate each side. Remember your options. Let's go. Knee, extend, rotate, rotate. That's it. Knee, extend, rotate, rotate. Find your rhythm here. Lift through the hips. So you're lifting those hips in that side plank. Of course, the option to come to your knee is always there. You've got 10 seconds. You haven't, you've got 5. That's nice. Come back to the centre and rest. Flip it over. Now is your last one of this round. Rest for a moment. You've got 15 seconds rest. We're sitting up and punching. Give it some energy. 5 seconds. Let's go. Twist, punch, punch. Lower all the way down. Remember, you don't have to come all the way up. Maybe you're coming to here, drawing the belly down to the ground. Punch, punch. Remember to work to your ability. It doesn't matter if it's different to what somebody else is doing. Okay, keep it going. Exhale as you come up. Your exhale helps you with any core work. Exhale. As you exhale, your belly automatically draws in, which is what we want to do when we're doing crunches. Come all the way up to standing. No glutes this time. Final round. 3 lower body, 3 upper body, 3 core compound exercises. Firing through, starting with narrow squat, wide squat. So bring your legs so they are, feet slightly together. You know the drill now, we've done it twice. 3rd and final round, let's go. Take it down and wide, down and wide. If you wanted to add resistance band or a weight, you can. Or if you want to jump, I know I said it's no jumping, but that is your option, okay? I'm back to low impact. I'm all about being kind. Stay with me. You're halfway. Take it down and side. Down and side. You've got 15 seconds left. Make sure you're not hyperextending your lower back, okay? We want to be drawing our belly in as we do this. Protecting our spine. We're almost there. And relax. Take it to the side. Squat and good morning. Slightly wider than hip distance. 2 functional movement patterns, a squat and a hinge. We need to master those so that we don't injure ourselves. Are we ready? 3, 2, squat. And this is your hinge. Push the hips back, belly's drawn in. Squeeze those glutes to lift. Squat and hinge. Remember, you can load up. You are doing this one for the last time. 20 seconds. Squat and hinge. You've got it. Do what feels good. Don't drop too low with the chest. Focus on the movement patterns. Last one, finish it off. Last hinge. And perfect. You've got 15 seconds left of this rest, and then we're going to go straight into our curtsies for the third and final time. Get ready to go. You can pick up the speed if you want to, or you can add resistance bands or a weight. Taking it to the side. Let's go. Take it down and come back to center, down and center. Keep the chest drop forward but lifted. So we're leaning a little bit over that front leg. Not dropping too far, but just leaning forward. That way we're going to fire up that glute. Just try the difference here and then try it here. You'll know what I mean. Adding a little bit of weight into that front leg, firing up our glutes and abductors. You've got 8 seconds. Stay with it all the way to the end. Third and final round. Finish it off and recover. Tricep lower back extension. If you did this on your knees last time, I challenge you now to try it on your toes, even if it's lowering on your toes and pushing back on your knees, okay? I will show you what I mean. Are we ready? Lower on your toes, hold it, release your toes, lift, squeeze the back, and then draw your belly in, push back up on your knees. There we are. So you can practice building strength through what looks like a chaturanga tricep push-up. Draw the belly in. Really focusing on our technique so that we don't injure ourselves. 10 seconds. This is your last one. Make it the best. Okay. Walk out shoulder taps. Standing up. Ooh. Catch your breath. That's for me. 10 seconds. Peel down. Remember, you can bend your knees if you need to. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Take it down. All the way out. Let's go. Tap it out. All the way back. Roll all the way up. Peel down. Tap it out. Walk it back. And roll it back up. You've got this. Are we feeling nice and warm? I know I am. Rolling up. You've got 15 seconds. Remember, you can always bend your knees if you have really tight hamstrings. Totally fine, okay? Finish it off. Come all the way back up. Roll it up. Let's roll it back down for our last upper body exercise. A-frame push-up or downward dog push-up. 2 chest push-ups. So roll it down. Let's walk it out. Let's hold it here. Take your gaze towards your toes. Hands are just about the width of your mat. Forehead to the ground. And then push forward. Chest push-up. Remember, you don't have to do it on your toes. You can come onto your knees. With your chest push-up, think about yourself. I always say this, from above, you look like an arrow. Okay, so your head is the tip of the arrow, your elbows are the triangle of the arrow. That way, we're gonna get a nice triangle shape with our arms. We're not gonna push our shoulders into an uncomfortable position. Try not to drop your forehead as well. Well, I managed to talk through that last one, but I hope you did it. We're gonna go crouching dog to plank, shoulder tap, knee tap. 3 core exercises, then we are stretching. You're on the home straight. 3 minutes left of work. Take yourself back up into that downward facing dog. Let's go, crouch and look forward. Push forward into your plank. Shoulder tap, knee. Make sure you're doing alternating knees. Otherwise you'll probably fall over, and we don't want that. Knee. That one's the hard one. Crouch, push forward, shoulder tap, knee. Can you do it nice and controlled? Slow it down and work on mobility. See how hard it is when you're going nice and slow. Oh, so much harder. Okay, 2 exercises left. Side plank, knee to elbow, forearm plank, rotate. Take a moment just to lie on your side. On your forearms, remember, option, keep your knee down on the ground, but we don't want to do that, do we? We're going to work last round, full position, extend, take it down, rotate, lift and extend, down, rotate, push to the end. Keep your hips lifted. Work on protecting our back by strengthening our core. This is the best way to strengthen our core, working on these compound exercises, working on plank work, rather than just doing crunches, adding that extra bit into your workout. Third, final exercise, sit up and punch. Remember, you can crunch or you can sit all the way up. Last time, and then we're stretching. So do not stop now. Last 40 seconds of work. Are you ready? Let's go. Punch, punch. Exhale as you come up. Punch, punch. Lean back. So leaning here, that's so much harder. Can you do it? Stop and twist. Use your breath. Stop and twist. You've got it. I believe in you. You've got under 20 seconds left. 15. Stay with me. If I'm still moving, you're still moving. I hope. 5 seconds. And rest. Well done. Grab a drink. I'm just going to stop that, otherwise it's going to keep going off. Probably still going to keep going off because I didn't stop it. There we are. Let's have a little stretch. So come onto your back and extend your right leg to the sky. Hips down on the floor. Flex your foot so your toes pointing towards you. Straight away you're going to feel this with your hamstring. Hold behind the calf or the thigh. We're not going to hang around here for too long with our stretches, but it's really important that you stretch at the end of your workout. So please, 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 even if you don't continue what I'm doing now, make sure you still stretch. Cooling down the body. Bend that right knee over the top of your left leg. Gently push away, feeling that stretch through the hip, into the core. This is my favourite part of a workout. The lying down bit at the end. Reach through. Squeeze the knee towards the chest. Keep your elbow on that outside knee so we're getting a nice stretch through our glutes. If this is uncomfortable, you can do it in pigeon, so flipping it over the other way. Release. Left leg extends. Calf or thigh. Breathe through it. Toe down towards the face. Automatically, that is going to feel like a deeper stretch. Try not to pull on the kneecap. So much to think about just in a hamstring stretch. Bend that knee. Gently push away. This isn't an aggressive push, it's just a gentle easing away of the thigh so we get into that hip. Reach through, draw the knees into towards the chest. Breathe into that glute stretch. How are we feeling? Hope you're feeling good. I feel good now. Feel awake. And release. Roll yourself up, 1. All the way up onto your toes. Step back with the right leg into a low lunge. Come up onto that lunge, squeeze that glute so we get into our hip flexor as we lean forward. So rather than dropping forward and over stretching, we're going to squeeze that glute not with your hand. I'm just telling you which glute to squeeze. Squeeze that glute and push forward. Take the arms up, and as you release that glute, take a little stretch across to the side of your front leg, so it should be to your left. Hands frame your front foot, tuck your back toe underneath and step back, change to the other side. Right leg steps forward into a runner's lunge, drop the knee down, release the back toe and come up. Squeeze that left glute and drop forward into that hip flexor stretch. Surprising how just by activating that glute you can feel that stretch a little bit more. And then we're going to take the arms up, then release that glute and lean across towards the right hand side. Getting a little bit more of an abdominal stretch at the same time. We're going to come down, frame that front foot, tuck the back toe underneath and step forward. So both our feet, going to spin around. Both our feet together in a forward fold. And then roll up through the spine. We're going to stack the vertebrae, one on top of the other to come up to standing. Interlace the fingers, dropping the forehead down, last stretch here. Stretching through the shoulder blades, so really stretching our scapula apart, our shoulder blades apart, stretching through the back. Take your gaze towards your knees. And then thumbs down, open through the chest, interlace the fingers and lift the heart or the chest towards the sky. Can we do that one more time to finish this off? Interlace the fingers, drop the forehead. Thumbs down, take it back last time. Open through the chest. And then finishing off with a big shoulder roll and a pat on the back. Well done, team. That was a 30-minute body weight only, low impact HIIT workout. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again.